Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey and I shall be discussing this recommendation from Spill the Tea, who asked us to talk about Always and Forever. Stacey shakes her head because she said this is the last time we're going to do a recommendation. No, I'm kidding. At least there was no craziness, because when Stacey finds stuff, you got to question it. You got to be like, what kind of wildness am I going to see? How many parents are going to be stalked by their children or some other craziness? The Robinsons, dare I continue? I'm saying, anyway. Let's talk about this piece of black cinema here. It's a lot of head shaking. It's a lot of what did we watch and why did we watch it are the two main questions that will come as we discuss this movie. I once said BET and All Black should get together and make a movie, and apparently I was wrong because that's what happened here. So apparently BET Plus made this foolishness, and then All Black put it on their platform because this ain't going to theaters. I'm gonna tell you that. So what is this about? Always and Forever, you could say, is a comeuppance movie. Because four ladies going back to, I'm assuming somewhere in 1992, maybe 1992, go to a summer camp, which is not defined which summer camp or why this is the summer camp that black kids go to in California. But anyway, these four girls go to this summer camp. They meet a kid named Peter Wells. Peter Wells is called Piggy Pete because he's a little chubby. There's some fat shaming going on in this movie. There's some colorism going on in this movie. There's a lot of things going on in this movie. But anyway, Pete is dark and he's chubby, and they tease him basically. They tease him. He's in love with a light-skinned girl named Nicole who ain't trying to hear him for obvious reasons. You know what I'm saying? Then Brandy, the lead of this group, the lightest, not even black, the Brandy girl leads the group into this process of picking on Pete. Then these other black boys, they get involved. They beat Pete's ass a couple of good times. Anyway, in a classic 80s slasher movie format, the poor victim, which is Piggy Pete, he's a victim of physical abuse. He's a victim of mental abuse. They think the boy killed himself. At some point, and never confirm or not that he actually did not kill himself, but let's just say he's dead or whatever. So they go in the rest of their lives, these women thinking, yeah, we probably caused his kids to kill himself, but shit happens. Basically. So they grow up, the light-skinned girls get married. Dark-skinned girl Summer doesn't, because she dark-skinned. Anyway, then Nicole finds a man named Brian. Lovely, kind of upstanding businessman, maybe a little bit nerdy. We have no idea what this man does for a living. He just goes on business trips a lot. That's all we know. Anyway, her other three girlfriends, they start dying. So Miranda is the first victim. She gets murdered by this mysterious figure in a hoodie. Then Brandy goes. Then Summer goes. Then finally Nicole must face her demons and her villain. And then she gets saved by a cop. The end. Fuck this movie. Anyway, so all right. There you go. Stacey, where you want to begin with this foolishness?
That's what's giving me like a black and black adjacent, like I Know What You Did Last Summer type vibe to it. But it's nowhere near entertaining. Like
Also true. On the positive though, to your point, I want to say on a positive, I like what they were. I think what they were trying to do with this movie. To me, it took it back to like Friday the 13th in particular, because this is not Freddy Krueger. This is more like it's not even like it's not Halloween either. Like this is Friday the 13th because you got a kid at a summer camp who gets abused, almost dies. And then he seeks revenge, in that kind of process. So, and then I was getting that "What did you do last summer" vibe, but that vibe didn't continue because once you find out that Nicole's husband Brandy is in fact the actual Peter that she used to shit on in summer camp, he just lost some weight, got his braces off, went to the gym, and now he's back killing. He don't really torment these girls like with these women. Like Brandy was stalked, you know, like around her house. Like you saw him outside, and in classic horror movie format, she goes inside. Huh?
Miranda was the one
Miranda.
that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So Miranda was the first victim. She saw the mysterious figure outside. She don't call the cops or nothing. She just moves back into her house. But then he's magically right behind her in her house. I was like, oh, this is good. Then she slams the door. She tries to jump out of a one-story window. Just for the record, a one-story window. He's already outside pulling her to her death, which somehow her official death is she jumped to her death in a one-story building. That's what they want you to believe. She somehow fell out the window and just died. Stop it.
Yeah, suicide.
Yeah,
Jumping
like
out of a one-story window.
she fell a couple of feet and just dropped dead, huh? That's his best detective work.
I bet she sprained her wrist or something. I didn't get death from this.
I don't know how you got that out of that.
I did.
It don't make any. There's a lot of things that don't make any sense.
She fell out the window onto a rose bush and got pricked to death. Like, give me something. Like,
But my main issue is that this sets up a movie where you're gonna see these other three women be stalked and murdered in some way, in some like imaginative, suspenseful way. That shit don't happen.
no, not at all. The second girl, she just ends up dead.
With a needle in her arm.
Overdose because she had a needle in her arm, but we didn't see what happened. It's just like, oh,
she dead.
Here, now she's dead.
And according to the official investigation, this whole shit took 5 minutes. Like the witness was like, I left the boutique. 5 minutes later, I come back. She passed out with a needle in her arm. I'm like, what super speed ninja did this? Like, I need to know. Like he's the Flash or something. Like he fast. So then Summer, the dark-skinned girl in this movie. So again, you know how the slasher movies, like quote unquote white slasher movies, have the token like black person who dies quickly. This has the token dark-skinned woman with natural hair who doesn't die quickly. She's just not relevant to the movie. Like she has the least amount of screen time or backstory, and you don't even see her dead body. She don't even get that. That's how much disrespected she is. Nicole comes down the hallway, looks into a room, and goes, ah! And then you see a bottle of alcohol, and that's it. That's the end of Summer. That's as much as you're going to get of her death. We don't even know how she died, really. We have no idea. There's no explanation. She's just not alive anymore. I was like, this movie needs to stop. I'm so where's this detective? Was he so bad he wanted to be associated with this movie? What's this dude's name?
What was his name?
Seriously, I think he saw the final take and was like, I'm out. Please don't put me on this movie. Because I can't even find his detective ass.
Danny.
Detective Danny?
It just says Danny.
All right, so Danny. What the fuck? Okay, so Danny, he wasn't even he didn't investigate the first crime. He wasn't even there. He didn't pop up till the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Danny Detective, he looks through some files or some shit and looks at a computer screen, and all of a sudden he cracks the entire case that Nicole's husband Brian is in fact the Peter Wells and somehow he knew that he would have her at this camp from 20 plus years ago, 30 actually. It's too much.
Looking back on it, what was the point of Paige, I guess?
So
because
Paige
was all just Paige. Oh, the Paige girl, right? And then, like, she didn't kill anybody that we know of.
That we know of. This movie. So apparently, they want us to believe that Peter Wells and his sister Samantha, that after Peter was abused at summer camp and he tried to kill himself, somehow he and his sister end up in foster care. They're adopted by Elda, played by Loretta Devine, because she's in every black movie. It's not a black movie unless Loretta Devine is in it. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, she makes it official. So she plays the mother of Brian / Peter, who's now the mother-in-law of Nicole, because Brian marries Nicole. She raises these two kids. Eventually, when Brian/Peter starts executing his revenge plan, his sister Samantha, who's named Paige for some reason, goes to jail for the murder of Nicole's 3 friends without any type of actual like investigation or explanation. Did she actually kill any of these women? She just goes to jail for her brother, because we assume it's the brother who actually did all the killing, because he's the one that got abused.
Mm-hmm.
So he lets his sister go to jail, and she's okay with going to jail. What does Nicole do for a living? This is another question.
She was like a prosecutor or something.
Somehow this movie wants you to believe that she's a high-priced prosecutor, which is not a thing. That's not a thing. Like, she's a high-priced lawyer. You're like, oh, she works at a firm, right? So she's like corporate law, you know, something. But no, she does cases where people get convicted. Like her first case, she won when a black man in a prison jumpsuit got convicted. So I'm like, what kind of lawyer are you? So now I'm like, oh, she's a prosecutor? But I'm like, no, because prosecutors don't make that kind of money, because she is balling. So then I'm really confused, because then she loses a case where a person is found not guilty, which again would make her more of a prosecutor, and then she gets fired for losing her first case. So our review was that bad. The computer said, stop. Let's try this again. Take 2. I can't have you disrespecting this movie, David. Oh, man. Now we're just going to keep on going. Fuck this movie. Yeah, man. It's not as consistent about what this woman does, what Nicole does. She does take some. So then she spends most of the movie with her friends trying to investigate why her husband, Brian, always goes on business trips, because the entire movie is just him packing up his bags and leaving.
She don't know what he does before she married him. Like, was he not traveling before y'all got married? Like, is this a new job?
How about baby pictures? How about pictures of you in high school where you look like the kid we used to bully? How about that? Like, he somehow does not, she marries this man and she has no clue what he looked like before 25, I guess. Like, nothing. She meets his mother, who also apparently has no photos of her son or growing up at all. Every black mama had that baby picture of you naked in the tub. All mothers got that. Like the first birthday party, something, but somehow none of that. These are not signs at all. Nicole believes that her husband Brian is cheating on her with a woman named Paige. So she does some very unnecessary detective work, like getting OnStar to open this man's SUV so she can check into it. And none of these are signs to Brian that maybe his wife Nicole is suspicious of some shit. Maybe he needs to change some stuff up. Like nothing. Anyway, eventually, so Paige is found at the mother-in-law's house, Elda. And again, Nicole doesn't ask questions like, why is my mother-in-law hanging out with a woman that my husband said blackmailed him into sleeping with her so she wouldn't hurt her? She wouldn't hurt his wife, Nicole. What does that even mean? Like, who thinks of the issue? I have to sleep with the woman, or she said she would hurt you, so I'm giving her penis to protect you. And she's like, oh, all right. That sounds reasonable.
They break up and then he leaves like a little note, like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and some flowers. And she's like, oh, okay.
No, that's Love Actually. That's Love Actually, I think. That's actually. Isn't that the movie with the guys? Yeah, the guy from Rick Grimes. Like, he's sitting up there, he's like holding signs or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's Love Actually, right?
I guess.
Shit. There's a movie with that dumb shit. Like, he shows up to her door and he's holding signs, and I think they were trying to redo that moment. You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm just saying this wasn't it. Like,
That's not it.
Not it.
Because if you believe your husband's been cheating on you, 2 signs ain't gonna fix that. Like, because that's what this could boil down to. In the end, he's like, I'm not trying to kill you or your friends. I'm just having an affair on you. She's like, oh, but you had a couple of signs. So let's just work this shit out. My bad. I didn't realize you're sorry enough to make signs. What?
Put the staples and get a marker and some.
She's like, that's love right there, baby. And Tammy was like, bitch, let me go get my boys from the hood. I know she light skinned though, but why does one person got to at least be from the projects enough to be like, let me get my cousin to fuck this girl up? She ain't gonna be taking my girl's man. I'm like, oh, it's too much, but then it's too little. Like it's too much and too little at the same time. How is that even possible? They should have showed us him stalking these other women. That's what happens.
And murdering, yes.
Yes.
And I guess maybe they didn't show it because they wanted to lead us down the Paige route. But the first victim was obviously stalked by a man.
We saw that.
We saw the man there. But then Paige becomes suspect number one. And it's like, well, who's the dude? And I was like, it's the husband. It has to be.
I thought it was either the husband or the cop. I was like, it would be awesome. It was the cop, but the cop came in like mid-story. So I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But if he was the detective on the first crime and he was just always there, like trying to help and stuff, I'd be like, it's the cop.
It would have made more sense for the cop to been the chubby boy.
Yeah.
Because why would you marry somebody and stay married with them for years if you really got this much hatred for them? Like, yes. How do you repress that? You sleeping with her, birthdays, anniversaries.
And you don't just lean over and choke the shit out of her?
Like, right.
Like, and then like,
he used to execute this shit.
It took longer than that. He's been stalking them since high school, apparently. He's just been walking around in a hoodie. First, he was still fat, and he was walking around in the hoodie. Nobody saw his fat ass. They didn't see him. Then they go to college. He's just walking around college in a hoodie, and no one sees this almost 6 foot tall black man just following around everywhere they go because he's invisible. And like he's been tracking them for years. He could have killed them at any time. It's not like he didn't know where they were. It didn't make any sense. Then all these dumbass business trips that he's going on. Apparently none of them were malicious. He was really going on business trips. So everyone he wanted to kill lived there in Los Angeles next to his wife.
And he didn't try to kill the boys that actually beat his ass?
That's what I'm saying.
He just went out with the girls.
In the end, he should have been like, all those business trips I was taking? At least a couple of them. He has pictures, like when she wakes up back at the camp. She should have woke up with photos of all those boys that he killed. Like he took photographs.
When she was cleaning out that closet, she should have saw like newspaper clippings of like dead people or something.
Something.
Oh, isn't this the guy from camp?
Oh, is that the other guy? Oh shit! And like the big reveal, he should have been like, these years, every year on the anniversary of the time you made me look like shit. Like, I've been killing one person. Like, that's why it's been taking so long. I hunted and I stalked all the men, and now I'm going for you bitches, and I killed all of you. Then I would have been like, okay. I mean, I guess that's a plan, But just to go after the women, I mean, they didn't physically hurt you. Like, and then like when he jumped in the water in that pitiful ass lake that you could basically stand up in, I was like, what are we doing? And I was like, I hope you learn. I know blacks say black people can't swim. I hope Brian/Peter learn how to swim. If he just laid there back, like he was floating on his back, I was like, what happened to you as a kid? Why couldn't your big ass just do that? But all of a sudden, he just stands up and he's like, I'm back, baby. The cop, again, magically figures out that she's at the summer camp. There's no explanation for that. He don't tell her when he saves Nicole, or Nicole, no, he saves her, really. It's her kickboxing skills that keep her alive for a while. Stop. Just stop this shit, man. Because this is the worst example of the villain just spending way too much time giving a monologue, like just trying to explain his whole evil plan and get his butt easily kicked by a woman who he easily is bigger than. I mean, he clearly overpowers her, but he's like, oh, I can't kill you. And then all of a sudden he can't speak properly. I mean, he's having twitchy
when
fits.
He dropped the accent, I was like, what is happening? You see, he all of a sudden special needs. Like, what?
I've been loving you all my life, always and forever. Like, he at least should have said that as he's choking the shit out of her. Like, something. What are we? Let's go back to the basic problem with this movie is the title. Always and forever. The first time I heard that phrase at all was when I was watching House Party, okay, when Martin Lawrence was singing it in the ear of some girl in the 80s, okay, late 90s, which I had to look up today, which made by the Heat Wave in 1976. Martin Lawrence was singing Always and Forever, and she was like, ooh, dragon breath. Like, if Martin Lawrence was the villain in this movie, that would make sense because like he sung it to the girl, she treated him like shit, so then he snapped, killed all her friends, and he's like, always and forever, baby, I told you. Not once in this movie do they tie the phrase always and forever with Peter and Nicole at all. This is the phrase that the four girls say amongst themselves. For what reason? Like, you're not marrying your friends. They didn't stay together always and forever. That's a loving phrase. That's you and a mate. If Piggy Pete would have sang that song or played that song for Nicole, that would make sense. If he sent her notes, because in the 90s, that's what you did. You didn't text. You didn't get on social media. You took the piece of paper, you wrote it, you folded it up in a thing, and you handed it to the girl. If he would have did that, that would make sense. And now he's like, I'm avenging myself always and forever. Okay. None of that. Instead, they repeat the title of the movie at least 7 times in the first 3 minutes of this movie for no reason, just in case you forgot what the title of the movie was.
Which I did, actually.
And then he's leaving little pieces of paper that phonetically spell always and forever.
And go back and read the description of the movie because I didn't get how the title correlated to the plot. I said, wait a minute, maybe I'm watching the wrong Always and Forever. Like, let me go back and look because I was like, is this the right movie? Like, I don't.
Because most of this movie is Nicole thinking her husband's cheating on her. That's the movie, really, with random deaths that happen along the way. But the movie really is his wife trying to figure out if her husband's cheating on her. And then them get back together when she somehow just says, fuck it. I realized he was boning a woman to keep me safe. I had no idea why she wanted to hurt me in the first place. But if my husband's willing to have sex with me to save me, then, you know, that's a good man. You need to be appreciative. I don't know what the hell's happening.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, just put a hammer on this colorism thing. I just want to make sure it just upset me, man. All right. You know how I feel about this. One, they had at least the only dark-skinned girl, Summer. She had natural hair because, you know, she's a dark-skinned girl. Get it? I get it. She has the least amount of storyline. She never gets a man. She dies. They don't even acknowledge her death. They just move on. This is wrong. Even in Black films, dark-skinned women are treated like shit. Like, this is not okay. It's not okay. I'm upset. And I stand up for you. Just there you go. She wasn't even in the poster. Why can't she? You got Tammy in the poster. Fuck Tammy. Tammy wasn't even.
Lauren London, who had nothing to do with anything, is on the poster.
She's light skinned. Like, why is she even there? She wasn't even one of the original 4. She's Nicole's assistant. She's the ghetto one in the movie. I mean, don't get me wrong, but she's the comic relief, yes. But she's not a target of anything. Summer should have been in the poster. And then they darkened Nicole. I guess to make it look somewhat dark. I don't like, that's not, because in the movie, she's light as fuck. Somehow they made her look even lighter. Like, I was like, between the makeup and the lighting, they actually brightened this bright woman up. Shame on this movie, shame. But you had a good concept. I see the concept, but then you shitted on yourself. Like this, you got a good slasher movie, man.
Should have been I Know What You Did Last.
In 1996?
I don't know.
I know what you did back in. This is it. Nicole talking to Miranda. I think Miranda, when she's like, we killed Pete. Yeah, but you know, We gotta get over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did it, but we were kids. You know, let's just move on. We said we would do better with ourselves. I'm like, you just thought you helped kill a kid, and you're like, yeah, you know, it's kids. You know what you gonna do? What you gonna say? I was like, what? What? Fucking psychopaths? That's why he deserved to be killed. Because this is crazy. You don't confirm this kid is dead. You didn't go to the funeral, obviously, because there was no funeral. But you give less than two shits to be like, well, you know, it was in the past. Or why we got to keep on reliving it? We got to focus on the fact this kid killed himself because we bullied him because he loved me, Nicole. He should got a couple good stabs in her. That's what I'm saying. I was hoping for at least 1, 2, 3 good stabs, like Fatale. Like he don't die, but she gets in the back like Michael Ealy, like bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? And somehow she still lives. Then she gets that blanket. Then the blanket makes sense.
Yes.
The blanket. She's not the one that fell in the water, but she still gets the blanket. It's the summer. It's hot as fuck, but she still gets the blanket. What I wanted to happen was that, like Friday the 13th, the original, it's the mother who's the main villain, right? Like Loretta Devine, right? So after Pete, her stepdaughter goes to jail because of Nicole, after her stepson is murdered because of Nicole, the next day when Nicole's being rolled out the hospital in her arm sling, because she got to have the arm sling, she's rolled out the hospital with the arm sling, right? All of a sudden, Loretta Devine Elder shows up and is like at the house. She's at the house and she thinks she's cool. She thinks she's safe. And then all of a sudden she opens the door and Elder's like, bam, bam. She starts stabbing the shit out of her. She's like, what you do? Ah! She's like, you killed my family, you bitch. Then the detective comes in, saves her. But you think she good, but she ain't good. Because the mom's like, Loretta Devine gets like 3 or 4 bullets and she goes down. She's actually holding a family photo of her and her 2 adopted kids. So you can kind of put this shit together. Like she makes some explanation, like where her role was in it, how she helped coordinate the whole thing. Something. I would have been like, oh, okay.
Yeah. They gave us nothing here. So
Was it better than Secrets? It's a hard question. Shit.
it was shorter.
Right. You think about it. I say yes. I say the principles of this movie made more sense than Secrets. The principles, not the execution, but the principles, again, of you abused me, I will seek vengeance, makes more sense.
Only, like you said, only if we had learned that for years he had been killing everybody, I could see that. But for him to just start when he started and he only targeted the girls, no.
All right. Better than Available Wife.
You know, I really blacked that movie out. I promise you. I don't even remember what happened in. Oh, okay. That was another one where the title didn't match the story.
But they see, and no, in this one, at least they forced it into the script. Like at least it was recognized. Like this in that movie, it wasn't even recognized. Like, what's Available Wife even mean? Available for what?
Right. Now it was better than that other movie we had to watch with the stepdaughter, wife, that whole thing.
Yeah. Everything That Glitters.
Yes.
It was better than that. Yeah,
it was better than that.
It was. It made a lot more. It made more sense actually than this.
I was like, what is happening?
What's happening? Is that your daughter wife? What? Like what? At least that guy wasn't in it because he knew some real fuckery was gonna be, as you say. He was in bed. Anyway, we're gonna cut this shit off. What I'm saying is, spill the tea. No, this wasn't it. This wasn't it. I know what you do. You find things. You're like, I want to see David and Stacey shit on this movie. That's what you say. Like you said, I want to see how they're gonna be like. This is bad and it should have been made. And I feel like I don't want this channel to be that. Like I don't want this channel just to be us shitting on these movies. Like it's got to be some good stuff out there. We just haven't got there yet. Like we're gonna get there though. We're gonna do open. I want to do open with the
okay.
Poncho. Yeah, with Poncho. Crystal Ball. I'm sorry, Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball in the open relationship is Crystal Ball.
The highest, yeah.
Yeah. The highest. Once again, sharing himself with other people. We gotta see how that goes. I need to see that. That's not a recommendation. That's just my own thing. I gotta see that. You gotta go through these BET Plus originals to see where the money's going. I gotta know where my money's going. Yeah. Anyway, guys, don't go watch this movie. Just don't do that to yourself. Go watch what you. I know what you did last summer. Again, go back to one of the originals. Go back to Friday the 13th, Part 1, because after that, it's got all kinds of crazy. Like that franchise went way off the deep end. But like 1 and 2, Friday the 13th 1, Friday the 13th 2. These were, dare I say, realistic. You know, after that is like Jason just did some wild shit. When Jason went up to New York, I was like, I'm out. What is he doing in New York? Like, he killed everybody in the woods. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to the Big Apple. I was like, stop it. Then they took it to the next stupid level and was like, nah, he got to face Freddy Krueger. I'm like, what are we doing right now? You got better things to do with yourself, man. You better than this. Apparently he's not. He's got to ride this thing out. I'm glad they didn't try to bring it back, though. I think it's coming, though, because they redid Halloween. They tried to redo Freddy Krueger. That wasn't that good. He was much more of a molester in that movie. I was like, I felt comfortable watching that shit. I was like, you really were humping these kids, and that's not okay, sir. Like, I thought you were falsely accused. Like, you know, you were really messing with these kids. You deserve to get burned again. Like, I don't like this. I'm not rooting for you no more. And then,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I thought, oh shit, you're sick, man. You're sick. Anyway, I digress. Candyman's gonna be good whenever they put that out because Jordan Peele's behind it, so that's gonna make some sense. At least we'll see. He had affinity for white women. Think about it. Not Jordan Peele, but Jordan Peele also. But I'm like the kid, right? Like Candyman killed white women. That's how he ended up with all fucked up. Mm-hmm. So I was like, but he go after the hood though. So he in the hood, but he love white women. Think about it. Anyway, what does that say about black men? Terrible. Anyway, guys, put that in the comments too. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you are still watching this video, thank you, as I always say, because sometimes we go too far. But if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video, you can comment on the video, you can share the video. At this point, Chris would have lifted up the camera and left me at this point. That's what Chris does. He's like, David's gone too far and I'm out. I'm no longer responsible for the things coming out of his mouth. But again, thank you as always. Thank you all people who joined the channel. We're doing very well. Now that we made 500, YouTube is pushing our stuff out there, I guess, helping us grow. So we're going to get to 1,000 because of you. And we're here to do, hey, spill the tea. Again, please, recommendations are fine. We gotta validate them a little bit more now. We got to go through the thing and be like, no. Like sometimes we got to say no. Like it was, like the Tyler Perry stuff, like it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. Like once like the have and have nots are over, I am gonna look at the Oval. I'm serious. I'm serious about that. So I'm gonna see. Let's do 5 episodes. Huh?
I actually watched 1 episode.
Did you do the first one, or did you like skip a few, or like jump somewhere in the center?
The first one.
Was it good? It's Tyler Perry, but
call it good, but I don't know. I just
you made you like, huh?
Just trying to see where it's going.
I would rather do that than like brother and sister. I'm like, I no man. Like I don't need more silly relationship, black relationship stuff. Like I don't need that. Like at least the Oval has a bigger construct. At least that's dealing with some type of some other shit. So they have opportunities for different types of storylines. But just to be like, oh, I'm dating him and I'm boning him and I'm still in love with this man and I sort of I don't know. I get Tyler Perry. You're not good relationship stuff. One. So I was like, but like Oval may have a little bit more opportunity, and I want to see how it connects to Ruthless. I really want to see that. So anyway, guys, later. As always, as Jerry Springer says, take care of yourselves and each other.